season all comes down to this. The championship game featuring the top seed that was expected to be here against a much lower seed that's had to scrape and claw through 3 rounds of playoffs. But all that matters now, 4 quarters of football for immortality and the ultimate prize in the sport, that national championship trophy. Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down to the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Has the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Longhorns look to keep this drive moving.
Defense is spread all over the field. Do a pretty good job here keeping him out in the end zone, but he gets enough for the first down.
Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Manning. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Touchdown, Texas. They draw first blood in this national title game. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Texas. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Shotgun, he'll hand it off. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. On the run here, lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Williams. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Grab down the middle. It's Williams. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back to pass. It's Russell. On the move now. Looks like he's going to run it. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Young. That's a nice play. It'll set him up 1st down now at the 12. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. A crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Pressure is coming. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now the offense will spend the time out here trying to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. So no hesitation. The offense is on the field to go for it here. It's a crucial play. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They begin to fight back here in this championship game. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. throw. It's Manning. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see. And kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Second down after that previous play. He'll set up to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Looking for some space. It's Young. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 37.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Oh, he tosses it back. And the pass is incomplete to wrap up an eventful first quarter. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back to throw. It's Russell. Over the middle, it's Williams. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
That's another huge gain for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. And boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
Ball handed off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And the wideout goes in motion. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Quick throw complete to the tight end. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field, it's Russell. On the run, he'll let it go. Grab down the middle, it's Hale. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
This play is blown up. The defense all over him. The wildcat look backfires that time. This will be a challenge now. 2nd and goal, back at the 13. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for 6. He's got it near the end zone. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Launching one to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Packed against the wall. You practice these kind of things in spring ball, in camp in the summer, even during the week of preparation. Who's going to win, the offense or the defense? The defense does their job here on 3rd and goal to knock that one away. Now we got a big call coming up here on 4th down.
Looking for a man. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Alabama. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Grabbed by the receiver. Enough for a 1st down at the 37. A new set of downs after that completion. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. Offense comes up on 1st down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Ball handed off. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He escapes the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, you may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Looking right, this one caught. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Okay, here they go. Big 1st down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
The freshman brings him down quickly. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Oh, he's bringing it back. Inside the 40. At the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after a huge return. The defense doesn't just get the takeaway. He set the offense up in great field position. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good.
Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building a lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. To throw, it's Manning. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. He makes the grab. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That play moves the ball across midfield to be set up for the first down at the 41. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Catch made by the tight end. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Looking for a receiver. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Dropping back. It's Russell. Here's a throw underneath to the back. And shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught for the middle. It's Williams. Finds just enough space and makes the first down.
Chris, this guy is having a career day, and we're only in the first half. 2 touchdowns. Here's a great conversion. This guy right now is playing in a zone.
defense is coming after him. And they trap him for a sack. And that play should likely send us now to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to get the second half going.
Texas.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're fortunate to have the lead at the break with those pass protection problems. Let's see if they can clean that up here in the third quarter. Nowhere to run. The defense swarms him. He'll lose 5 on the play.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to scramble. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Good enough for the first down to the 37. The offense really clicking here. Dropping back, it's Russell. Bringing pressure. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And here's the handoff. Messini able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On third down, he drops to throw, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball, and almost every time they had a possession, they were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on third down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Quarterback still with the football. Breaks loose at the 45. Touchdown, Texas. A heroic effort here on the biggest stage.
Well, there it is, Chris. One of the most dangerous plays in college football, the option. What's even more dangerous, as a defender, you have no clue if he's going to pull it, tuck it, throw it. That time, he took it himself, fooling the defense all the way to the end zone.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Bustles past the defender.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the two-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. To the air, it's Russell. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Second and 10 after the incompletion. Let's see what they can create here now to avoid a third and long. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the move now. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
The pass rush closing in. And they'll just throw it away now. Couldn't make anything happen, and that's now going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He'll throw it now. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, tie. And that will give them the lead now.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Extra point makes the lead 4. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. the first down is still going. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. Look out. Room to run here. Now here he goes at the 20. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk.
Touchdown, Longhorns. They finish off the scoring drive.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. To throw, it's Manning. And he makes it, runs it into the end zone to push the lead to 4. That's big. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They test the middle there, but get nothing. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. And someone moved this a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down play coming up for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Breaks into open space. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Clock running in the final minute here of the third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. I'd have to go back to the drawing board.
To throw, it's Russell. He's looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. We reach the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And now the running back's got it again. The tackle up near midfield at the 48. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Back to pass. It's Russell. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback looking to scramble. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only is he pulled out of that, he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Pressure is coming. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
He's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it go quickly. And is intercepted.
Oh, it's not over yet, but this 4th down interception is going to cost him critical minutes here at the least here in the 4th quarter.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, you and I love this guy's ability to run the football, especially in the option game. But why take an unnecessary hit here? A chance to step out of bounds and avoid the hit, you got to do it.
The receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46.
Well, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback. Completion, first down, fresh set of downs, and you continue to work that clock.
They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks right for a quick completion. Touchdown, Texas. They couldn't stop him there. Coach, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Alabama, 28. Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's White. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. When it comes down to this, they need to create some fourth-quarter magic here, or this national championship will slip away. That one's incomplete. An interesting first down call, but it doesn't work.
Chris, I love it. The offense pulls out the flea flicker at the perfect time. We saw them run this in practice this week, and it works here just like they rehearsed.
Running out of time in the pocket. Back-to-back deep shots. And it's hauled in way downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Manning. He cannot escape, it's a sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
National championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Defense is coming after him. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now, fourth down and long with the lead. Tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And now the first play of this drive will set up at the 37. And looking to throw now on first down. Bringing pressure. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
And how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this.
Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? Extend. The ball is loose. The ball rolls out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but it's short of a first down.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Quick throw to the left side. And it's a comeback route. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? Play action here on first down. Catch made on the right side.
Well, the offense has done a nice job of moving themselves down in this area to give themselves a chance. But, man, the quarterback's got to continue to make good decisions and not put the ball in harm's way.
Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? They look to throw it here on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hale. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's first and goal. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Dropping back, it's Russell. Touchdown, Alabama. They jump on top now here in the fourth. Monster stage, another touchdown. This quarterback and receiver having a game we're never going to forget.
Well, and the defense right now has got to be pulling their hair out trying to come up with ways to slow him down, whether they play zone or they play man. Nothing is working, and give credit to this quarterback. He just keeps dialing up his guy and keeps coming up with touchdowns. Chris, I just love the call here in the second half. You're up by a point. Why not go for two? Push it to a field goal game. Good call by the head coach. I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting finish. We got a good one on our hands here, Chris.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking deep for late-game heroics. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. For the last team standing at the top of the mountain, a national champion.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see, the national champions from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. And the kickoff will be a return. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. So it's 2nd and 5. Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup. This is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football, an early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
When they try the middle, but still for no gain.
Boy, great job by this defense on this 2nd down run. Just stonewall them at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, trying to get off the field.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking downfield, it's Lewis. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45. The Sooners hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The backs got it. And the Sooners pick up enough yardage for a 1st down.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about their ability to have a running game. Beautiful play right there, and I know the Sooner fans are proud of that one.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's 1st and goal.
The Sooners trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And they've got him.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between a quarterback and a receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They're going to run the option. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
This is why this offense is one of the more dangerous offenses in the country. The quarterback and his legs. It's one thing to try to stop him throwing the football, but you better keep eyes on him because you can see not only can he get out into the open, he has got serious speed to take it to the house.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. On the run, it's Jackson. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Grab down the middle. It's Jones.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Out of the gun now on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And he's brought down immediately. No fair catch there, but that might have been the smarter play. Sooners offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down here. Takes off in a bootleg. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
I'll tell you what, you're going to load up on this running game and you're going to leave your corners one-on-one. You better be ready when you take on Oklahoma. Think about all the receivers they've had over the years. Just off the top of my head, guys like CeeDee Lamb and Hollywood Brown, they get left one-on-one. They're going to make you pay for it. This receiver showing he's got the quicks to be able to win those one-on-one battles and soft hands. Good timing and a nice gain for the Sooners.
The pass rush closing in. The pass rush gets home.
A lot of
sometimes we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Lewis. The receiver grabs it, and they'll get him down that time. The Sooners come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now a big decision coming up here on fourth.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for fourth down. Design quarterback run. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
Tackle made after a big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They come up now 2nd and 16, a real challenge after losing 6 on that run. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Sophomore trying to make a play but put too much on the throw.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Throwing in the rain can be very dangerous. The timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver can be off. Here the quarterback takes a chance and forces the ball. Give credit to the defensive back for locking in there and coming up with that big interception.
Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Bootleg looking to throw. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. That play will move the sticks, set him up first down at the 42.
This is why you don't predetermine what to do with the ball as a quarterback. He wants to throw this as he rolls out to his right,
But instead, he keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes there's nobody open, so instead he decides to become the runner, and he's a real threat when he has the ball in his hand.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
The offense now operating it empty. Back to pass. It's Lewis. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. And now the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Keeps it on a design run. He is stopped cold on 3rd and inches. They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now here.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. It's an out route. The catch made. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
When you throw an out route against man coverage and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
He escapes the pocket. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. I'd rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. He feels the punt. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Looking to pass. It's Lewis. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. But those yards after the catch, gotta pad your stats.
Getting set. Here's second down. They keep him guessing with a run. Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Now they're running on the toss. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. Really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down play coming up. Press coverage now from the secondary. Looking for some space. It's Hayes. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. The Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Sooners starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Looking for the end zone, has a lane. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Sooners.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
He had the extra point and the lead now 21-zip. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. Goes out of bounds at the 32. That's a decent return. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Wants to throw it. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on third down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The offense trying to cap a really impressive first half, trying to punch it in here and build on this lead before halftime. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of one.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. Back to throw. It's Lewis. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. After that big play to start the drive, they got close, but now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. Tackle made out at the 40. That's a good return.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. The quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. A lot of work to do in the second half. Down big. Can they get something going right now? And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Back to throw. It's Lewis. Pressure is coming. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offensive great scoring position here.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sooners. Well, they had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good.
Oklahoma 35, Ohio State 0.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
On the football.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the return will be brought down.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over first and
10. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Football 7. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. Tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a first and 10.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Tailback with another carry. Got the first down and still motoring. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets rid of it on the move. Finds his man. It's Jones. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
4th down coming up.
Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Needs a completion here on 4th down. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Scanning the field, it's Lewis. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets it started in the next drive.
And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On the run, it's Jackson. First down, looking for more now. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Pointer in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. This offense really clicking.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Set to kickoff.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Start the drive here from the 23-yard line. A flip back to the QB. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. With the quarter break, Kirk, Oklahoma has the lead. Hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. And as we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Gabe moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The sure hands. It's Miller. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7.
Base 27.
He hands it off from the gun. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
I love it. 3rd down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for you. And he does here at a critical moment in his football game in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Short pass finds the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end. I've been waiting to see him make a play, and this defense has done such a good job of eliminating him from being a factor in the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead. He finally makes an appearance for his first catch.
Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
What do you know, Chris? Another incompletion. You know, with how inept this passing game has been today, I don't have any confidence that they're going to be able to overcome this big of a deficit in the 4th quarter. If you gave them 2 more quarters, I still don't think they could get it done.
On this drive, they converted twice on 3rd down. They need 6 yards here. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. Running through the tackle. He's got the first and still going. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Grinding away on the ground. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Breaking free at the 35. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
And the first play of the drive now, coming up from the 17-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys. It hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board. Maybe not able to come back in this game. But man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down.